Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another Freestyle Friday. So today, like I talk about, Freestyle Friday is kind of like I get on a ramble, I get on a run, I talk about some things going on. I was kind of having trouble figuring out how to start today's video because obviously I want to have a topic to start going forward and working on things. So the first thing I guess I want to start off with this is I know some of you follow me on Instagram, I know some of you come watch me on YouTube. And you see a lot of positive, happy things. And the reason why I do that is because, whereas I don't want to look fake, because that's not what it is. What I want you to see is a normal person having fun with life and enjoying things. But there are times where things are bad or they're not so positive, and you know, it's really hard for somebody to share those weak moments. The last couple days I've been kind of down. You know, I've been working on really trying to stay positive, stay focused. I have gone through bouts of depression where at times I thought it was bad. You know, I thought things couldn't get any worse. I didn't want to go anywhere. I wanted to stay in my bed and sleep. But ultimately I got out of those things. And sometimes it was with the help of somebody. Sometimes it was just me finally just going, you know what? And motivating myself to get out and do those things that aren't pertaining to depression. And one of the mindsets that sometimes would kick me out of that has some validity and some truth to it, but I think it needs to be taken with a grain of salt at times. Because one of the mentalities that would get me out of it was, nobody cares. Nobody cares how you feel. Nobody cares what you're going through. Ultimately, you need to figure it out. And whereas some of that is true, because 9 times out of 10 when you tell somebody about something going wrong with you, they have that empathy towards you. They're like, oh, that sucks, you know. But they don't really care enough to maybe help you, or be like, or they will give you a little bit of advice, but then that's it. You don't hear from them again for a while. But you have to realize that there are people that do care. You do have some family members, some people that are friends that do care whether you feel good or not. I know over the years I've learned who those people are. So when I look at and it was an article I was reading, it was 22 hard truths and beliefs that you need to hear that you may not want to hear. And I read through the list, and I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a well put together list where some of the things that it hit, yeah, it was on point. But the very first thing was nobody cares. And to where there is some truth to that, there is some content to that, or context, I don't wholeheartedly believe that nobody cares. I would say that most people don't care, but there are a few people that do care. I know for me personally, I have a couple people that I know that if I was to go and talk to them, they would care. They would try to help me. They would feel, you know, they would feel what I'm going through and actually try to help me out of it. And I have a couple friends who are like that too, that have this mentality that nobody cares, and I feel bad. Let me say that. I don't feel bad for them. I feel for them. Because I know what they're going through. I know some of the hurt they're going. I don't know all of it, because you're never going to know everything about somebody. You're not that person. You can't be in their. You can put yourself in their shoes and try to understand, but you don't know every emotion that's going on with them. And whereas I know today's Friday, and I don't want to be a bummer to everyone. I just wanted to get that out there and let people see that, you know, yes, I do struggle with things. I am a real person. Whereas I do try to post positive things, it's because the world needs more positivity. The world needs more out there that's good and has some value to it. Where, you know, one of the reasons why I stopped watching the news is because it's so negative. It's always about negative things, and the reason being is negativity attracts a lot of people rather than positivity. And you'll notice as you scroll through your news feed on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, you'll notice a lot of the things that catch your eye are not super negative, but they have a negative tone to it. You know, I have my YouTube open right now, and I'm looking at it, says the 2 biggest fails in cryptocurrency. That's not really super negative, but it's got a negative tone to it, to where you're like, oh, well, what's it failing at? Let me go look at that. Or, you know, there's all kinds of other things that people look at. I'm kind of losing that train of thought right now. But the point is as you look through your feed, as you look through certain things, you'll see a lot of negativity. And it's kind of one of those things that grab people's attention. Because people want to hear the latest gossip. People want to hear the latest thing, because then it makes them feel better about themselves. And whereas I don't fault people for being that way, I just feel that we as people need to change our mindset to be more positive. And another reason why I want to talk about these things is because I have been going through some things in a couple days, and I'm doing this to try to maybe switch my mindset back to being positive again. And it's not because, you know, oh, I need to vent or anything like that. No, I need to get this out there because other people may feel this way. And I want you people to know that, yes, there is somebody that cares for you. There is somebody that wants to help you. And you need to seek them if you really want that. Now, on the same term as I know it's really hard sometimes to be like, no, there's nobody. You have to change your mindset. You have to realize that things are different. They're not always going to be bad. You know, your life is a roller coaster. It goes up. You have your highs and you have your lows. It's how you get through those lows is what will help you enjoy the highs better. And you know, I've been working on a lot of projects. I've been super busy, and talking about, you know, being, you know, depressed or anything. I'm not depressed where I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to talk. But I have been very just in myself, distracted. I've noticed it. My girlfriend's noticed it, and I'm trying to work on that. And I think getting so busy and so caught up in some of these things that I'm doing, I've lost track of some things. And I have to pull back and look at and self-evaluate myself. And so I think it's healthy for somebody to do that. I think it's healthy to take time for yourself, because you need that. Every once in a while you'll get so caught up in everyone else and you'll realize, hey, I need to take time for myself. It's okay to do that. It's okay to take... I remember when I was living on my own, I would go watch a movie by myself. I would go to the movie theater, buy a movie ticket, and sit in the movie theater by myself. No friends, no family, nothing. And you know what? Sometimes that was the most enjoyable times, is just going and hanging out with myself. I know there's an exercise out there, I have to look it up, but there's an exercise out there where you go through like a self-awareness type project program, and you end up marrying yourself. It's really funny. I find it interesting that people actually do this. But they talk about how they go on a date with themselves, they talk to themselves, and some people associate talking to yourself is you're crazy. To be honest, I talk to myself. You know, it helps with, you know, planning, project managing. It helps you remember better. Talking to yourself is not a bad thing. Now, I understand where that idea of talking to yourself, you look like a crazy person. Yes, totally understand that point. But it's also really healthy to talk to yourself, because in the end of your life, all you have left is yourself. I mean, it's it's super depressing to kind of think about. Like you're literally just alone at the end. Now you may have family around you and everything, but as you start to slip into, you know, the phase of death, it's just you. And it's crazy to think about, but you know, you can go through this life and have a family and have kids and all this stuff, but you could also have none of that. You know, I could wake up tomorrow and I don't have my girlfriend and my daughter, and now I'm back to being all alone, just myself in this household. Now, am I afraid of that? Yes, it's something that's in my mind. I get that. But I'm not fearful of it every single day that it's going to happen. but I am aware of it. And you know what? It's going to hurt if it happens, but I'm not going to put too much into that. I'm going to be like, okay, it was great having them when I did. Now I'm going to move on and continue with my life, because as much as it can happen to them, it can happen to me too. I could be gone tomorrow, and they're going to have to pick up and move forward. Now, they're grateful that I was around, that they got to spend time with me, but they're going to have to move on. And that's what it is in life. Yes, going back to the nobody cares. Nobody cares because they're not you. You are you, and you have to make your decisions. You have to make your life as fulfilling as possible. Ultimately, you make yourself happy. If you can't make yourself happy, how are you going to make other people happy? And that's a lot of the reasons why I think we have so much negativity in this world. Is because people are trying to bring down other people to their level because they're not happy. So lift people up. Go out there, smile at somebody, give them a compliment. And you'd be surprised at how many people are shocked that you did that for them. I know a lot of times I'll go somewhere and I'll hold the door open for somebody, and they're like, sometimes they don't even know what to do. They'll tell me, no, go ahead. And it's like, a lot of people don't know how to react to kindness. So, my thing's kind of blinking because I think I'm running out of time. But anyways, I wanted to share these things with you guys to let you know that yes, I am a real person. I go through these emotions, and you're not alone in the world. So go out there, have a wonderful day, give someone a compliment, and smile, and have a wonderful God bless day.